What it do, anal beats? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 13, Episode 3 review. You guys, tonight, part 2 of my interview with Kiki Jabbar airs at 6 p.m. Central Time. Baby, y'all ain't ready for this tea that is going to be spilled, okay? If you have not watched part 1, it is up right now. Catch up and tune in tonight for the second and final part of this epic interview, okay? Now let's get into last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So the girls are eating lunch and Garcelle come in with all the energy, child. She like, we are not about to be sitting up here eating lunch. I need to go out into these casinos. I'm trying to find me something to sit on, okay? I'm trying to find me a man, all right? I'm trying to find somebody to pay these bills, okay? And give me some meals. So everybody like, okay, Tiger, calm down. So she was like, look, I do want to propose an intervention though. So all the girls is looking like, what you mean intervention? And she was like on how to date Sutton, because Sutton can get a date, but she can't get a second one. She's very awkward. She doesn't say the right things. She really doesn't have game. Like, Sutton needs to find her another nerd, like a good, wholesome man. That's what she need, honey. So the girls get glammed for Magic Mike that night, and this is Erika's gift to Crystal. Now, Erika's bestie, and he runs all of her glam and music and all of that stuff. His boyfriend is one of the dancers for Magic Mike, so she was able to get it hooked up where she and the girls will be able to go on stage or whatever. So mind you, Sutton has been excited about this the whole trip. She been talking about how she got her ones, how she gonna wear pants or whatever to go up on stage. Like, she's super hyped because, she ain't getting no action. So this was gonna be a lot for her. So they get to the venue, and when they get there, in the beginning, Sutton is into it. Like, she's so hyped. And then she realizes that the ones that she brought, she can't even use them because you can't give the guys money. But like I said in the beginning, she was into it. She talking about how she got her pants on, honey, to go on stage or whatever. And then one of the dancers on stage, takes off his pants, and he has a hat in front of him to cover his member or whatever. And she's just sitting like, oh my God, like she's so shocked. And then from there on, another dancer comes up in their section, dancing on them, rolling and all that stuff. She's sitting over there like, ew, don't touch me. And so she wonders why she's not asked to come up on stage, because usually strippers know when a woman don't want to be bothered or when they don't want to be touched or, participate when they sitting off like this, off to the side. And that's the energy she was giving. So Crystal and Erika get asked to come up on stage. And when they get asked to go up on stage, Sutton flips out. Everything about her just changes. She got an attitude, okay? She talking about, I wore pants for nothing, to Garcelle or whatever. She mad. And I'm like, girl, calm down. It's some dancers in Vegas, like, you got money, you can pay for some dick if that's what you want. So Erika is on stage. Erika is going to have her a grand old time. She going to show up and show out. So at some point, one of the dancers lay her down on the ground and spread her legs open, but she takes it even further and spread them even wider to show, this is flexible. But here, okay, this kitty cat meows, all right? And so the dancer got his head in between her legs, mimicking giving head or whatever. And so at this point, Sutton is furious, honey, and Garcelle notices, like, girl, what's wrong with you? And she thinks, of course, that she's upset that she wasn't chosen to go up on stage, like she wasn't one of the cool girls. So Sutton was like, what the F was that? She's leaving now, mind you. She was like, what the F was that? I'm on the board of the American Ballet Association. Girl, you weren't thinking about being on the board when you was bringing them ones and talking about how you got on your pants and all this, all that. Girl, you got into your feelings. You got into your feelings. You felt like something in that triggered you to maybe take you back to a time in your life where you felt like you wasn't the coolest or the prettiest or the sexiest or whatever. And you were mad that you didn't get chosen. But girl, it was your body language is the reason why they did not choose you, because you looked like you had a stank attitude and that strippers weren't your thing. And anyway, as we saw, as soon as she left and went outside, Kyle then got chosen to go up, and Kyle had on a whole dress. So it's like, if you would have just sat there and waited your turn, maybe you could have went up on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, calm down. So Garcelle goes out to check on her, finds her in the bathroom, and they go outside, and Garcelle was like, what is wrong with you? Like, you was having a good time. Next thing I know, you mad. And Sutton was like, it was a fun show until I saw my two friends on stage with their legs wide open with a man's face inside their crotch. I'm on the board of the American Ballet Foundation. And Garcelle was like, you know, it was consensual. They grown women, but I can understand where you're coming from or whatever. But Garcelle peep game and called BS. Like, she knows why Sutton is mad. So, like I said, Kyle go up on stage. The guy put whipped cream on her legs and licked it off or whatever the case may be. Kyle then comes out so she can go, you know, freshen up or whatever, and sees them and was like, what's wrong? Why are you mad? And so, Sutton explains to her what happened, and Kyle was like, well, you wouldn't have wanted to see what I just did. And she was like, oh, you got asked up on stage? Oh, okay. You know, whipped cream ain't nothing. That's, you know, fine. That's basically like child's play. But what they was doing was just team too much. Even Garcelle in her confession was like, oh my God, like, Sudden you reaching and you doing the most, and like you're acting weird. Like, girl, simmer down. So Kyle was like, are you upset they didn't ask you to go on stage? Sutton is like, no, it has nothing to do with the pants. Y'all enjoy the show. My brand is not that. I don't do that. And it's like, Sutton, girl, if you don't have several seats in this pantsuit you got on them wide leg pants, child, girl, you was in your feelings. And now you're acting childish, you're throwing a tantrum, and it's obvious that triggered, you know, some insecurities within yourself. But to say and belittle all the other girls like they being whores, and then talking about my brand is not that, and did it like what? Like their brands are like what, girl? Okay, Sutton, and I love me some Sutton, but in this episode you was tripping. So Crystal tells the girls they gotta go, they gotta leave because Sutton is mad. And Erika was like, I don't care. I'm here to see my friends. And, you know, the last couple of seasons, I ain't really sorry for Erika, but I 100% agree, because I'm not rushing to do nothing just because she and her feelings about something stupid. Like, no. So back outside in the lobby, Sutton was like, all I did was go to the restroom and y'all had to run after me and make it a big deal. Now, wait a minute, Sutton, because it would have been messed up if Garcelle, your friend, your bestie, didn't come and check on you. Now, Kyle asked how you felt, you know what I'm saying, because she ran into y'all or whatever. So if nobody would have came out and checked on you, then you really would have been upset and crying and feeling like nobody cared about why you were upset. So it's just like, Sutton, you're wearing on my nerves, okay? You're wearing on my nerves. So, Kyle was like, I think it was the pants. And that really pisses Sutton off. And Kyle at some point told Sutton that she was being a bee or whatever. Because she was. She honestly was. So then Kyle mentions how she brought up, like, this is not my brand and all of that. So Sutton was like, you're such a bee. And Kyle was like, did you not say your brand? And Sutton was like, I didn't. Here we are with Kyle. She's walked into a conversation that she did not hear. And Garcelle was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And Kyle was like, now you're being a bee. And I'm guessing she was referring to last season when Sutton got into it with that one girl that was on the show, that lady from that other country, that old lady. I'm guessing that's what she was referring to. And so That's when Kyle got mad. Like, I thought we was over there. Now you throwing it up in my face. Like, what are you doing? Sutton was just all over the place. And this was just not a good look for her. Like, she was steady digging a hole for herself because she wasn't keeping it real and keeping it a buck. So Erika and Dorit finally head out to the van, child, once the show was over. And Erika was like, is Sourpuss on the van? She's sitting there looking like Judge Judy. So they get in the van, and Sutton says that she was offended by the legs open, face in the crotch thing. And mind you, Garcelle this whole time is thinking by the time Erika get on this van, it's about to be World War III between her and Sutton. But surprisingly, Erika was like, it was a good show. Like, I'm not tripping. I'm good. I don't care. Now, mind you, when they were on their way to Vegas, Erika told them that she wasn't going to argue with them because it was Lent. Girl, since when you became religious? Girl, okay, but whatever. No, we know the reason why you calming down this season, because you needed to change your image. Whatever. I'd rather for you to go back to being bitchy, Erika, because you ain't even being your real self. So Garcelle is shocked that Erika is not spazzing out on Sutton. So Sutton was like, I got really upset seeing y'all like that. And Chris was like, well, how do you feel about the fact that we're not upset? Like, girl, you mad for nothing. Like, we had a good time. So here go Erika laughing or whatever. And I would have laughed too, to be honest. So Kyle was like, you must didn't watch the P Word with your husband as they're getting off the van to go eat dinner. And Sutton was like, no. And it's like, girl, and you wonder why you can't get a second date. You are such a prude. But it's somebody out there for everybody, child. So Garcelle ignorant self gonna say in her confessional, she had to have sex, right? Did she have a stalk to have her kids? It's obvious that, Sutton is one of those very conservative type women, but as we learned when they were at dinner, she a freak. She a freak on the low, talking about she would, if she was in a relationship, she'd be having sex twice a day, and then she got a whole slew of sex toys and all of this type of stuff. Like, Sutton is a freak, child. She a freak. We see each other, okay? So, the girls go to dinner, like I said, and Sutton apologized to Erika once again, and Erika was like, it's cool, it's fine. So Garcelle is still on some, wow, like this really ain't gonna get mad and get to going off. Okay. So Garcelle tells the girls that the following day she's going to link up with her son Oliver, who lives in Vegas. So Dorit was asking her about the boys or whatever and telling her how much of a good mom she is, this, that, and the third. But Garcelle in her confessional was saying how she don't feel comfortable talking to the girls about her kids after what occurred last season. And I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to talk to them about my kids either, because I don't trust y'all. No, because y'all didn't support me. Y'all didn't defend me. Y'all didn't have my back. Two of you was sitting up there laughing about it. One of you was the one that actually was verbally, abusive to my child. Like, so no, I wouldn't feel comfortable talking to you about my kids. Absolutely not. So the next morning, Kyle goes to exercise. She's been her exercise kick. She's lost a lot of weight. And Dorit says to Erika when they're talking, she was like, Kyle's living in extremes right now. And I was like, it's so apparent that she is. Like, she's saying all of this stemmed from what happened between her and Kathy, and it's obvious based off her reaction at the reunion last season that it really did affect her. But I think that it's more than that. It gotta be more than that, because you've been having issues with your sister. I'm thinking maybe that triggered a lot of stuff from her childhood, her past. I don't know, but I 100% agree with Dorit that Kyle is going to extremes in her life. So the ladies have breakfast together, and Garcelle tells them that she felt like she wasn't being genuine the day before when they were talking about her kids, and she says to them that she doesn't know if she can trust them when it comes to her family. Here go Dorit trying to make everything about her. Telling some, I didn't laugh at Jack Stowe. I didn't. What has to happen, Garcelle? It's been over a year. And it's like, what you mean? What has to happen? It's been over a year. Says the woman that's been crying about this botched stage robbery of yours for the last 2 seasons. Like, girl, please be quiet. You the last person to say anything about somebody still feeling some way about something. First of all. And you did laugh about Jax. You, your husband, Kyle, and Mauricio. So let's not do that. So Sutton in her confession was like, I understand why Garcelle feels like this. When you watch your husband make fun of a child and you don't say anything, you're just as responsible. Duh. So Dorit was like, to say that you don't trust me with your kids, it hits me right here in the heart, Garcelle. So Garcelle was like, I feel like you're making me feel like I should apologize to you. And that's exactly what Dorit was doing. She was being a Karen, being a typical white woman that was sitting up here trying to make her be the victim. Instead of listening to this black woman tell you why she's feeling the way that she's feeling, you decided to make it all about yourself. Everybody else in the room could understand except for you. So Dorit was like, Garcelle, come on. Don't turn this around on me. And Garcelle started crying and was like, why can't you just understand what I'm trying to say and listen? Like, why are you trying to make this about you? And Dorit was like, well, moving forward, I just will withhold my feelings and I won't say anything. And Garcelle was like, okay, I'm gone. Let me go get dressed or whatever for the day. Because it's like, you're not getting it. Or either you refuse to get it. And it's just like, Dorit, please go in the corner and lose yourself because you getting on my nerves, all right? She was annoying. And I hope that somebody said to her in that moment, you're wrong. But I doubt they did. Overall, I'm going to give last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I'm going to give it a B-. B-. I'm ready for Anne Marie to come up in here and shake some stuff up. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all felt about the episode. Let's talk about it all. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.